Sir.
Any difficult? Yeah, please someone respond. How many are presented? I think very few. Okay. Shall I start? Yes, please. All are ready. Shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next topic is image segmentation. Image segmentation. Now the basic definition of an image segmentation is segmentation is subdivides an image into its constituent parts or objects. So image segmentation means a segmentation is subdivides an image into its constituent parts or an object is called an image segmentation. So segmentation is nothing but we are going to dividing into subparts, dividing into a smaller images. Why we need to divide into a smaller images? Basically, if you have an image and this is an object, the size of the object is 1024 into 1024. This is the size of an image. Now this size of the image I want to process. That means for further enhancement. For further enhancement, I want to process an input image with a size of 1024 into 1024. But in your image processing system, in this image processing system, the images can process 512 into 512 only. I haven't restricted images. That means at any size of an image, I want to consider or I want to process only a 64 by 64 or 128 into 128 or anyone. But the maximum size of the image is 512 into 512 image can process my image processing system. So this 1024 into 1024, I want to reduce, resize. I want to resize my original image. So if you want to resize that image, then obviously what is that? For example, the neighbors of the pixels are 20, 30, 40 like that. Then what is that? If you are going to reducing, so reducing to the 50% means it is 10, 15, 20. So we are going to reducing the intensity or the gray level values to a certain level. Degradation method. That means we are going to degrading. That is reducing the pixel values and adjusted to the size of an image. So that means obviously what happened when the 20 pixel value or 30, 40 pixel values are going to reduces, then obviously low intensity. It's a low intensity because we are going to reducing the pixel values. So if you are going to reducing the pixel values, then obviously it is a low intensity value. So I don't want that low intensity. I want an high resolution images only with an high resolution. So high resolution is nothing but I want to preserve this 20 value at the same and this 30 value also same and 40 also same. So I want to preserve all the same values, but I want to process an image. So in such a way, I'm not going to decrease the pixel values. So without decreasing the pixel values, I want to process. I want to process that image means what I am doing is, so I will do that the same original image is dividing into either two parts or dividing into the four parts. So that this is a smaller size, small. This is another one. It is another one. So what is that? I have divided into four parts. So substitute subdivide into 4 or subdivide into 8 or subdivide into 16. So depending on your process or depending on your problem statement, you have to divide into sub levels. So if you are going to dividing into sub level, then it is a small image, a smaller image. So that smaller image can process easily by your image processing system. With your image processing system. So that processing system is processing with the faster and it will preserve with the same pixel values. It will preserve the same pixel value. So that is what I want to do in the segmentation method. Okay. Okay. So this large image that is 1024 into 1024 is dividing into a sub part. So I want to process with 4 samples. Now this is divided into 4 sub images. Okay. Now that is the advantage of the segmentation. But what is that? You're processing the first one. Now send it. 1, 2. Now again 2. Then 3. So 3 process it. 4. 4 is also send it. So one by one it is processing. So coming 1, 1. Then 2, it is processing. Then it will coming. Then what is that finally? Now I am going to combine with the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4. With it, taking up this one, then it is appeared as your original image with your object. So this our original image is obtained with same 1024 into 1024. When compared to this image size and this image size, both are the same. I have retrieved with the same image. For further processing, I am doing like this. But what are the difficulties to find or to process such an images? Why it is segmentation? The segmentation is processing with a larger images by subdivision of the images and processing step by step, and finally we will combine all the sample images and will frame into the one image, so that it is the one of the best advantage for processing the large size of the images. That is a more advantage. Then what are the difficulties were presented during the process? Anybody? That is the advantage of segmentation. Can you tell anyone what are the disadvantages of the segmentation? All of you understood what I have discussed about the segmentation? All of you understood?
Yes, sir. Basically, now if the values of the pixels will get reduced, means the resolution also will get reduced, no, sir, automatically.
Yes, without reducing the gray level values, and we are processing. Then what are the disadvantages? What are the methods are available to process a segmentation techniques? So we will discuss various kinds of techniques for image segmentation. Okay. Then what are the major disadvantages for this segmentation techniques? Yes, anyone? Anyone is observed what are the disadvantages in a image segmentation techniques? Anyone?
Sir, some information may be lost.
Where? What information you will lost? I'm not going to reduce the pixel values. I'm considering the same resolution of the images, but I'm dividing into smaller and processing with the smaller system. Then where you will lose the image information? Yes, you said correct answer. You will lose some information. So that information is nothing but how do you trace out this horizontal line, or how do you find a vertical line? And when we are dividing this image across these edges or the regions or the boundaries, you will lose some information, because why, if it is divided into this one, then this is an 30 gray level value and this is an 25 gray level value. Now this gray level value is belongs to this one, or this is belongs to this one. How do you define that? So we cannot judge across the edges. So across the edges, these are the pixel values are related to either this image or related to this image. So we cannot justify this pixel value across the edge of the pixel values is related to either the upper part or it is a lower part. So we cannot define. So there only we will lose some information, because their information we are going to justifying. So I can take that 20 and 35. So 30 and 25, better to take an average. So 55 by 2. So 55 by 2, then it is taking this one. So like that we are going to justification. We are doing the justification across the borders, boundaries or regions. So there you have to find out in this image, you have to find out in the lines, straight lines, horizontal, vertical, or this 45 degrees angle or this minus 45 degrees angle. So like that we have an image is having the many lines. So those lines you have to trace out. So the tracing of the line is an important. So if you are dividing this one, here only all the pixel values are maybe information lost, because we cannot just this pixel is belong to this one or this pixel is belongs to this one. So there only we will lose some information and we will justify across the edges or at the boundaries or at the region wise. Now this is a boundary. So that boundary wide, now we are considered these two. Now these two. So because here these two is not reflected, because it is the same image. I don't change this one value. So where it is divided across the vertical and horizontal. So there only we will consider for justification. I don't consider either this part or and this part. So after taking all the one image, now this is 1 and 2. So that will combine and will framing the final image. So that final image is approximate equal to your original image. So here the segmentation techniques are using to detect the horizontal and vertical lines. Horizontal and vertical lines, or you have to find out various kinds of methods for segmenting the images. Segmentation is nothing but, in one more example, if this is your image, now in that image you have some, or you have a car. Find out the car. Now in that car, now we have to find out only these are the edges. Now these are the edges, or this one edges, this one. So this one only we are going to objective. The objective edges only we have to find out. Now I don't want these informations. I have to extract all these information and I will extract only the edges, so that I can able to predict what is that objective? So that objective is a car. So I will predict only this objective. That means the objective of the borders. This one only I can able to predict. And remaining all are subtracting. I am going to subtracting the other information and extracting only the objective information. So there only we can able to find the first one. Where is the thicker lines? So first one is applying the method for finding the thick line. Thick. And then last thin. Find the thicker lines, and then finally come down with the thinner line. So by finding these thin and thick lines, then we can able to find what is the objective of that one. So we can able to trace out easily. Now in your projects, number plate recognition. So number plate recognition is nothing but this is your number plate recognition, car number plate. So car number plate is nothing but I don't want this entire information. Now I want to extract only this one only. Now extracting of this one, and what is there in this one? The objective, that is the numbers or letters, that only we can able to find. This part only I want to extract this complete image. So then we will focus this one only. And then this focus of this one, then extracting the information, what is that number? I'm zooming out or using various kinds of methods and finding that now this is say AP29 something that. So this is appeared as a number plate system. So like that, the pattern recognition, that means that there also we are going to extracting. This is nothing but use the segmentation techniques and extract the information, and you have to get the original information. So which part you want to extract, that part only we will consider. Now here, what is that objective? That one only, this one is you have considered. Then remaining all are you have to eliminate it. That is equal to 0. Then I have to focus only on this area. That is why we need a segmentation technique. So I don't want all this. This one is nothing but now we can take that 4. Okay. Now this is removed and this one is removed and this one is removed. Then again come back here. Then again you have to divide into 4. Right? Divide into 4. Then after that, again you have to divide into 4. So in that case, if you are using that, dividing into this one, again you have to divide into this one. Otherwise, again divided into this one. Then what is that one? We are going to extracting the information and we'll get the exact information. That is why we need a segmentation method. So that is the importance of the segmentation. So coming to this segmentation, a segmentation is subdivides an image into its constituent parts or an object is called segmentation. In general, we have in various kinds of segmentation techniques. Among all the segmentation techniques, an autonomous segmentation is one of the most difficult tasks in image processing. And this process determines the eventual success or failure of the analysis. Maybe you will get a success or may not get a failure, because you won't get success always. Maximum failures you will get it. The success rate is very, very low. That is in the autonomous segmentation. Okay, so you will get the maximum failure system. So you won't get any information. The success rate is 5% or a 2%. So remaining 98% is a failure rate only. Success rate is only 2%. Then the effective segmentation are rarely fails to lead in successive solution. It's an effective segmentation. That method is okay. So by using of this method, okay, then we will get the 100% result, or maybe you will get 99%, you will get the result. Maybe 1% may not get the result, but you will get the 90%. That is, what is that method? That method is a most popular method, and by using of that method, 100% you will get an image or an output. So that is there is no failure. Failure is very less. That is the opposite. Then the segmentation algorithms for monochromatic images generally are based on one of the two basic properties of gray level values. That means we are going to providing only a monochromatic images. Monochromatic images. You don't say black and white image. You don't say it's a black and white TV or it's a black and white image. You don't say that. That image or that television is a monochromatic image. Now you have to say that in a technical words. Use the technical words. That is, a monochromatic image is called, or it contains black and white colors. See, we are not considering, or we are not going to processing and color image processing directly, because it's very difficult task to process the color information. That color information, how it is processing the color image processing is, you have a color image, then this color image is processing into RGB to gray. Gray is nothing but monochromatic. Gray is nothing but a monochromatic image. Now this RGB image, after getting this conversion of RGB to gray, then you will get this is called an gray. Now this gray, again you have to divide into this segmentation. Then you have to process here. The first one, process here. Second one, third one, fourth one. And then use the segmentation methods and processing and image processing. Then finally, what is that? You have to combine. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this is the final result. So like that we can able to process, and this is nothing but RGB to gray, right? And after this, before this taking of this, gray to RGB, gray to RGB. After that, you will get the final result in color. Like that, we are taking the color image processing, where we will not take the direct color image processing. If you are taking directly the color image processing, then it's very, very difficult task to conversion of from one to another one. That is why in the internal processing system is taking as gray only or monochromatic. Here is the color and here also color, but in between that first step is RGB to gray and last step is the gray to RGB color conversion. So that but internal, what is that? Internal, it is always a gray color. It's always we are going to considering a gray color images in the color image processing. So that is what we are going to processing in the color image, right? Now the monochromatic image. So segmentation algorithms for monochromatic images generally are based on one of the two basic properties of gray level values. So what are the two basic properties? Are the properties, the basic principal properties are, the first one, discontinuity. And the second one is similarity. These are the two basic properties are applicable to the segmentation algorithm. So discontinuity. So discontinuity is nothing but if you are taking this image, whether it is connected or not, this line is presented or not. Now if this is connected with this one, is one line is drawn, then it is called as a disconnected, because this is in part 1 and this is part 2. So it has divided into 2. So that is the discontinuity is there. It is not a complete image. In the complete image, it is divided into this one is nothing but it is there is a discontinuity between the complete image. It's only one image, but in the one image I have represented one vertical line is nothing but it is a discontinuities. And discontinuities are, you have to find out the similarity. If you are divided, then what is that similarity? If 20 pixel and here also 20 pixel, then you have to take into one form. 30, 30, take into another. That means you have to find out the similarities of this one. So we will consider these two properties for detection of and segmentation. The segmentation algorithms for monochromatic image generally are based on one of the two basic properties of gray level values. The first property is discontinuity and second one is similarity. Okay, now that is a two basic properties. Now first you have to find out detection of discontinuity. Detection of discontinuity. Now basically there are three types of discontinuity properties, or there are three types of methods are available to find the discontinuity. Now, what are the three methods? The first one is points. Second one, lines. Third one, edges. The discontinuity, there are basically we have three types of methods or three types of discontinuities were existed. The one is points, disconnectivity of the points, or disconnectivity of the lines, or disconnectivity of the edges. So these are the three methods or the discontinuity, that is the detection of discontinuities. But in practice, the most common way is to run a mask. But of these methods, what is the best or what is the generalized method to find either points or lines or edges? Then in practical method to find the point, line or edges, then you have to use a mask technique. So to find the points or lines or edges in practically, the most common way is use masking method. Use a masking method. So what is meant by masking method? Basically, the mask is nothing but we are going to taking a smaller portion of the image. That smaller portion of the image is nothing but it is say 3x3. So in that 3x3 masking method, now we can see here represented. Now this is called a mask 3x3. Then we are representing the weight W1, W2, W3, W4, W5, W6, W7, W8, W9. So it's a 3x3, right? But find the response. Find the response of the mask. The response of the mask R is equals to, now the first one into their gray level value Z1 plus W2 into their intensity Z2 plus W9 into Z9. So we'll take in the weight of that and multiply it into the gray level value. So that is what is that? R is equals to summation I is equals to 1 to 9 Wi into Zi is the total response. So the total response is the finding the masking is with respect to the centers, with respect to the center, and will consider the neighbors of the pixels. Always the mask method is, if you want to find the total response of the given mask, the center of the mask you have to consider, and then you have to consider other neighbors of the pixel. So W5 or the response 5 is equals to W1, Z1, W2, Z2, like that, or W5, Z5, W6, Z6. So that is total of this will considering. The center pixels you have to consider. After that, you have to combine with all the neighbors. And this procedure involves computing the sum of products of the coefficients with and gray levels, and it contained in the region, and it also encompassed by the mask. So the response of the mask at any point in image, the response of, now we can take this one center point. Otherwise, if you are taking this one, W4, that is R4. R4 is nothing but what is that considered? Now these four only we are considered. This is the only considered because we are not considering. These are not a neighbors. So W3, W6 and W9 are not a neighbor for W4. If you are considered this is the center pixel, then you have to consider all the ones. Now these are the pixels or the neighbor pixels, and these three are not a neighbor pixels. So for any point, if you have considered that any point, the total response is Now we have to find out. So depending on the pixels or n neighbors. So the total response is I is equals to 129 and we are considered. So any pixels you have to put it at a center and consider all the neighbors. That is why W5. If W5 is getting that new value, right? Otherwise W4 you have to keep it here. Then you have to consider the neighbors. So with respect to the center, you have to find out the total response at any point. Then R is equals to this one. Summation I equal to 129 Wi into Zi. Now this is your response. Okay. Now the response of the mask is defined with respect to its center location. Just now we discussed. So with respect to the center only, we will consider the number of neighbors. The response of the mask is defined with respect to its center location. When the mask is centered on the boundary, pixel, the response is captured by using the appropriate practical neighborhood. Suppose W9 is a center pixel. Then how many pixels are neighbor pixels? Anyone? W9, now this is a center pixel. Then how many neighbors are there? You have only W6, W5 and W8. You have 3 neighbors only with a center pixel of W9. Isn't it? So depending on the location of the pixels, we will consider how many neighbors are there. So that is why we are always taking with the center of the pixel is a response pixel. Now we have to find out the center. Now considering this is a center, then we'll consider only 3 neighbors. So like that, we are going to finding the total response of that one. Now, and how it is considered, this one is now the center pixel is the maximum value and other pixels are -1, coefficients. Now if you are combined all these, so -1 plus -1 plus -1, it is nothing but -8. Now what is this one? Center one is +8. So that is 0. So that we can able to equalizing with the gray level values also, that we are considering the mask. A mask is using for detecting the isolated points and different from a constant background. These are all the constant backgrounds and this is a different. So that is called a mask technique. That is called a mask or finding the response. Now we'll consider the first method is point detection. A point detection. Now how to find the point detection? The detection of isolated points, that is connected points. The detection of isolated points in an image is a straightforward method by using the mask operation. Then how it is defined that if a point has been detected, suppose if a point has been detected at the location on which the mask is centered, if a point has been detected at the location on which the mask is centered, if the response R should be greater than the threshold value. the total response should be the greater than the threshold value, where T is a non-negative threshold and R is a response of the mask. The idea is that the gray levels of an isolated point will be quite different from the gray level of its neighbors. The idea is that the gray level of an isolated point will be quite different from the gray level of its neighbor. That is a basic idea. The mask is the same as the mask. Now this is the mask I have considered. Now this mask. So mask is the same as the mask used for a high frequency spatial filtering. This kind of mask is using for high frequency spatial filtering. Here also we are considering the same mask. The emphasis here, however, is strictly on detection of points. Here we are considering the detection of the points. That is, only difference that are large enough. Only difference that it's a large enough. That is, as determined by T to be considered as an isolated point in an image are of an interest. This is using for spatial filtering method also, but here we have to considering the detection of the isolated point. But the detection of the isolated point here we are considered that now that should be a higher value. Now this is an higher value than what we have considered the threshold value. So threshold value is 20. Then R should be 21 because greater than that one, not less than R is equal to 90. That is a total response. When we are calculating the total responses, the total response is less than its T. No, it is not considered. So we'll consider that greater than T. So the total response should be a greater than T. It is a non-threshold value. That is what we are going to considering in this one. So that we can able to find the point, a isolated point. Yeah, student, it is clear point detection. This condition should be satisfied. Yeah, any doubt?
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the second one is line detection. Line detection. Now basically the detection of the lines is nothing but consider the horizontal, vertical plus 45 degrees minus 45 degrees. Do you have any other lines? Basically, in all analysis, we will consider either the horizontal line or the vertical line, either plus 45 degrees or the minus 45 degrees. So these are the lines we can able to detect. So these are the lines. So these are the lines. If you are going to detecting that, what type of mask we are considering to detecting the horizontal lines, and which type of mask is suitable for detection of the vertical line and plus 45 degrees and minus 45 degrees. So in any of these, if it is a horizontal line is nothing but this is thicker line. Now in that thicker line is nothing but the horizontal line is nothing but little bit thick when compared to the other lines. Now like this. That means all isolated points are presented in the horizontal. So all the isolated points are presented in that horizontal line is nothing but that line is indicated as thicker line. So in such a case, now this is the value is 2, 2, 2. Now this is thicker line. So because of the higher gray level values. But when compared to these two are less than this one. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So we are concentrating adding of these one. Minus 1 plus minus 1 is equal to minus 2. What is this one? Plus 2. So minus 2 plus 2 is nothing but concentrating on horizontal. Now this line. So when we'll combine these two, you will get the equal value. When combine these two, then it is equal to this value. That means this is a thicker line. It is appeared as a thicker line. So like that we are taking the whichever line is an isolated line, then the value is higher and other neighbors of the pixel values are equal to the your considered value or in the threshold value. Now this is for horizontal. Now coming to the vertical. So vertical is nothing but then again vertical. Then what is that? Vertical line. So this is 2, 2, 2, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Now this is for vertical. Plus 45 degrees. Plus 45. Now in that one, 2, 2, 2, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Plus 45 degrees. Now this is vertical. Then minus 45. 2, 2 and 2, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So in the diagonal of this one. So this is called minus 45 degrees. Now this is 2, 2 and 2. Now this is 1. Horizontal, that is vertical. Then horizontal. Clear? So like that we are taking the mask, whichever the mask are, which one is an identified or it's an isolated point of the lines, then we are taking the appropriate mask. Now let R1, R2, R3 and R4 denotes the responses of the mask. Suppose that all the masks are run through an image if at a certain point in the image Ri should be greater than Rj. That means for all j is not equals to I, that point is said to be more likely associated with a line in the direction of mask I. J is not equals to I, therefore it is associated with the more points. It's likely associated with a line in the direction of mask I. So that is more likely considering that line. So Ri should be greater than Rj and J is not equals to I. For example, if at a point in an image, so first point R1 should be greater than Rj should be greater than Rj. For what are the J values? J is 2, 3, 4 because J is not equals to I. So I is nothing but 1. So J is not equals to 1. So greater than 1. So 2, 3, 4. Third particular point is said to be more likely associated with a horizontal line. Associated with the horizontal line. So like that, we are going to selecting the mask and applying to the particular images, and we'll trace out either the horizontal lines or vertical lines or any angle of line we can able to predict by using a segmentation technique. That technique is a line detection technique. Then coming to the third one, edge detection. Edge detection. Okay. Yeah, students, any doubts related to point detection or mask method or line detection? Yes, anybody, any doubts?
Clear, sir.
Regarding the segmentation, what is meant by segmentation, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages, and where we are using the segmentation techniques? So in the pattern recognition, we are going to using a segmentation techniques. Pattern recognition is nothing but we need to trace out the objects. If you want to trace out the particular object, then you have to use segmentation techniques. I don't know how many are doing the project work in image processing. So we have in various kinds of method. Just we have discussed about only two: point detection, line detection. And the next class we'll discuss about the edge detection techniques. So what are the edge detection techniques? Right? Anybody, any doubts? No doubt. So basically this edge detection technique is most important technique in image processing. Like in medical. In medical image processing, the most important technique or required method is an edge detection method. So if you want to find the particular object in the particular point, then the edge detection technique should be known. So edge detection is by far the most common approach for detecting the meaningful disconnectivities. For meaningful discontinuities in gray level. Previous one is there is no meaning of that, just it is detecting the line or point or something, but there is no meaning of that where it is connected. The line is connected to somewhere or not, the line is disconnected or not. So that just we are going to trace out the lines and points, but we are not giving any meaning of that one. So edge detection technique will give the meaning of the trace out points. So this is a common approach method for detecting the meaningful discontinuities in a gray level. The reason is that the isolated points and thin lines are not frequent occurrences in most practical applications. Now, if you trace out the horizontal line, so when it will comes the horizontal line, we don't know, we cannot predict. It frequently occurs or may not occur. The main reason is that the isolated points and thin lines are not frequent occurrences in most of the practical applications. So that is why we need to find the meaningful discontinuities in the gray level. So that is why for detection of a meaningful discontinuities in the gray level is using one of the best method is edge detection method. So we need the edge detection method for finding the meaningful discontinuities. Okay, anybody, any doubts? CR, please post attendance. 42 means 41 present.
Yes, sir. I have sent you.
Now you have to capture and send it.
2 minutes, sir.
So anybody, any questions? P6, what happened? You are shifted to OS or DIP? P6 is available. Okay, so next class we will continue with an edge detection techniques. Edge detection methods we will continue in the next class. Okay, now I am going to stop the presentation. Shall I close?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, now I am closing the session. So next class we will discuss with edge detection techniques. Okay, thank you.